how you doing? I bet you guys thought I forgot about the vlog, huh? Yeah, you did. Because you'd be completely right, I did forget about the vlog. So first things first, I wanted to thank you guys because we reached 1 million views. That's 1 million times that you guys accidentally clicked my videos. That's amazing and awesome, and thank you so much. I think that's a pretty big milestone. I know there are some people that get like 1 million in a video, but I don't care about those guys. I care about what's going on here, in this place. And I thank you for 1 million views. Let's keep going. Things that I wanted to talk about before I get into Starbound, because that's what the largest portion of this video is going to be. And even with the Starbound section, there's not going to be too much on it, because Starbound, for the most part, Chucklefish has been working on the same thing that they've been working on for a long time. They're just working on getting the game stable, they're working on the progression, they're working on getting out some new content, but I'm going to talk about all that in just a moment. But before I wanted to get into that, many of you know that I just finished up SCP. I finished up one of the exits. I finished up Gate B. I'm going to be coming back to the game in a little while, when I feel like it. I'm going to come back to it. I'm going to try and see if I can hash out Gate A. I'll be keeping an eye on the updates and just see when they come up to a time that I want to get back into it, like when they have more content or something like that. I don't know, but I will be coming back to that game. In the meantime though, I need some Amnesia recommendations from you guys. Amnesia custom story recommendations. I'm not going to play the basic Amnesia game because I've already beaten the game. I've already beaten also Machine for Pigs, so neither one of those, but I have not played a single custom story. So if you guys have any custom stories you want me to play, please put it down in the comments section and I will check them all out. Also after that, once the Amnesia custom story is done, I'm also going to jump in to I don't know what I was going to say, into Underhell Chapter 1, because I think Chapter 2 is on its way, if it's not out already. The other custom, or the other Let's Play that I'm going to be doing is a roguelike, and I'm going to put several links around the screen to the various roguelikes that I've played, and just click them, and if you like it, just put it down in the comments as well. If I don't include a roguelike that I have played, then that means I don't really want to play it as a Let's Play. I mean, just because I played the game doesn't necessarily mean I enjoyed it. So, yeah. That's about it as far as channel news goes. Oh, I'm sure some of you have seen that Mike is starting to play with me. If you're not sure who Mike is, he is my new roommate, and we played Citizen Burger Disorder. Is such a goofy game, and I know a lot of YouTubers have played it, but we wanted to give it a try, and it was fun. So I'll include a link to that as well if you guys want to go check that out. You're going to see more videos with him. We have a lot of fun together, so you're going to see more videos of him. I'm still waiting on my microphone. Like, I think it's been literally 3.5 weeks now, so I need to find out what the heck's going on with that. Alright, so now let's get into Starbound. Now, Starbound, there's a few things I want to let you guys know about. Starbound is not going to be the only thing that I am doing on this channel. That was originally how I had it arranged when this channel first came to fruition, but I looked around and I looked into channels that did only Terraria, like Terraria Hero, and they fell off. They fell off. They don't do videos very often. They do them very rarely when they do them. And I don't want the channel to go that way. I don't want the channel to fall off just because, a game falls off. There's always going to be people who will like the game, but it's not like Minecraft where there is literally hundreds of fully functional mods that adjust the game in such a way that it makes it a brand new game. Now, are there good mods out there like Survivalist that make it a new experience? You're absolutely right. But it's also because it's a 2D environment. It's not a 3D environment. Minecraft is a 3D environment, so it's easier to make content that completely alters it. It sounds kind of weird, I know, but it's just the way that it's just what's going to happen with the channel, and I'm afraid that the channel would go the way of like Terraria Hero or any like those. I've also mentioned that there will be 2 videos a day instead of 1. One will be Starbound, one will be just my normal gaming videos. And that's about it as far as how Starbound's going to affect the channel. Now, just a few things that I wanted to talk about Starbound itself. First and foremost, the folks at Chucklefish have their own blog going, and one of the things that they addressed on this blog is progression of some of their games slowing down, and this is something that a lot of people have been concerned about, and a lot of people in the Starbound community have been accusing them of basically stealing their money. Now, this is something they addressed, I think a couple of weeks ago. They brought up this fact, and they're like, yeah, you know what, it's no secret that this is happening, but we want to assure everyone that Starbound is not going to go anywhere. They said that if they didn't make a single penny from here until whenever, they could keep Starbound going for 9 years. So that's a reassuring thing to hear. So I'm happy to hear that they are so dedicated to Starbound. Now, I'm not 100% sure on what other games of theirs are being affected. I've been watching Starbound mostly, not really so much of their other games. And I know that might sound like disrespectful and all that, but it's just Starbound has been the main thing that I've been focusing on. And many of you know that. Alright, now on to the game itself. A few things that they've been working on. Again, there's not a whole lot to go through because they've been working on the progression itself, so they've been throwing out content, and there's a few things to show, but nothing crazy. Outposts are getting more content, and outposts are the purchasing stations. They're basically like where buyers and sellers, traders, all that kind of stuff, they get a lot of traffic. That's what the outposts are. They're their own type of planet. Now, so far as I understand right now, there's really only one main outpost where you get all of your quests from. Nova Kid is getting a lot of attention right now. As a matter of fact, so far as I understand from what I've seen on their webpage, it looks like Nova Kid is actually done for the most part, which is pretty exciting. They've gotten their armors done, they've been getting their weapons done, they've been getting their ship done. So Nova Kid is actually nearing an end of their completion. Another thing that they've worked on, and I think this is already done, is a liquid soak gun. Basically, a gun that allows you to move liquids from one place, my camera is blurry, to another. They've been working on the matter manipulator, and this is something that they addressed in a very obvious way. One of the biggest criticisms that they've gotten is that you have this really awesome, super futuristic thing that gets replaced by a stone pickaxe. It's kind of weird. So they are working on kind of like a tier, a path that you can follow for the matter manipulator to keep it kind of, you know, up to date. There's a lunar base mission that they've been working on. One of the biggest things that they mentioned is, you know, obviously outposts, and there's a lot of quests at those outposts, and one mission in particular that they've been working on is a lunar base mission. Now, this is something that I think will come later on in the game, because on the lunar base, you know, lunar, that's the moon, there's no oxygen. Well, the way that their new progression is going to work requires that you have a survival suit to progress in the game, and that's obviously not something you're going to have right away. So the lunar base mission is something that they are working on currently. They're hashing out the loot for it, and speaking of loot, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do the loot chest like I wanted to. We're going to have to do, as a community, we're going to have to do some testing to find out how the loot works exactly, to be sure that when I create a video showing you guys where loot is, it's exactly what you guys see. Because when I was doing loot chests before, it would only differ based on whether you had a Windows computer or a Macintosh. So I'm hoping the way that they do it is something similar, but we're going to have to test as a community to see if that's still the case. If it is, great. If it's not, I'm not going to be able to do loot chests, or I'm going to have to be very specific about how you find them. And really, one of the last things that they've got going on is how far can they tweak the biome generation. They've been doing all kinds of crazy things, like they've been trying to see if they can generate canyons, they've been working on floating dungeons, underground dungeons. They really want to make it where exploration gets rewarded, because currently, as Starbound is, you basically go to a planet just to get its resources. You go to a planet just to get resources, and then you go on to the next planet, get better resources, you go on to the next planet. They really want people to start exploring more, and they want to reward people for that exploration. So they've been working more on dungeons, both underground, above ground, in different locations. It's very cool. Starbound is definitely still moving. They've been very good about their updates. I highly recommend you check them out. If you guys don't know about their Play Starbound website, that's their main website, and I will also include a link to their Chucklefish blog website, which is another site that they fired up, I think, just last month. So go check them out if you guys want to get updates on the go. I will be doing a better job about getting these vlogs up for you guys. I feel really bad about not doing them as often as I used to. There hasn't been as much to talk about, but that's still not really that much of an excuse. I want to make sure that I get these out at least every week, if at the very least once every 2 weeks, just to let you guys know I haven't forgotten about you. You know, I'm still replying to comments and all that. By the way, I'm going to be getting back into that, making sure that I reply to you guys continuously. It's just been a really crappy month, you know. It's been a really busy month. It's been a crappy month. I screwed my neck up really bad. I actually coughed so hard that I actually pulled a muscle in my neck. It was ridiculous. I feel so lame getting injured like that, but that was why my live stream was so short. I'm also thinking about doing a backup live stream day. Like if something happens on Tuesdays, I will live stream on like a Wednesday. I'm also thinking about splitting the live stream, so have like 3 hours early and 3 hours later, so that people can make it to both live streams, or people who are at work or whatnot can make it to my later live stream. So those are things that I'm still thinking about. I'll have more information about them in my next vlog, because there's still things that I'm really thinking about, so don't have a lot of information on them right now. Anyways, this is a really long vlog. If you stayed the entire way through, thank you so much. I always appreciate the support. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Again, thank you for 1 million accidental clicks on my videos. That's awesome. Seriously, thank you. Anyways, whew, you guys take care.